has formed your perspective about being a man or manhood?
Okay, thank you. First, I think I talked about my dad, me not feeling a father figure in my life. Maybe there's this one thing I missed. Out of the 9 living, it's only the last 3 who follow me who have the same father. So all of us, 6, starting from me, all have different fathers. So it's not that my mother really wanted to marry different husbands, but it's because there was not that responsibility that was taken by every man that she married. So every man that came in, she would be like, I think this will be better, but it kept getting like that. So I think that taught me some responsibility. I resolved. So way like I told you when I was in P4, that was 3-4 when I got saved. So in the hard moments, you don't see a father figure, anything you want, like not this one given really a very hard. You use as an example of how heavy punishments can be given to a child. Just to take away the children from being very sad, but I really felt that I was not given that godly punishment. It was always hard, very hard. So that really raised me up to be this man who should not first of all the first thing that drove me by is that I don't want to be this man who will marry today and then tomorrow look for another woman, and just like that and that pattern. I really pray to God that when I want to get married, give me this lady, this one who is going to take of me and take me the way I am. Great things are coming. When I was married, I really thanked God so much that He made me marry in the right way, in the right place, and doing the right things. I really thank God for that, because there is that blow that is just given to the enemy because of that line of having coming from different fathers. So that is one thing I learned from there. And also I have resolved in my life that I must give my children the best education that I never received. When I looked at my life studying, by the way, that's why senior 6 I didn't perform well. So I had to pick my senior 4 result to go and do a certificate so that I would qualify to do a diploma. So I picked my senior 4 and did a certificate in theology, and then that made me do a diploma in music, and then later diploma in education. So just going through that kind of life, whereby in a town there are like 2 months I will be looking for money, gathering school fees, and then another 2 months and a half you are at school. So but God really gave me wisdom through from senior 1 and things like that. So my brother kept coming to push on me at the moment when he's taken away to US, to Kenya, because of the gift that God gave me. So when he was, I am on my own. No father, my mother peasant and can't do whatever, and be growing up in a family where family, there's an uncle, son, aunties, what, there's a lot of children at home. So you have to find your way of who you want to be. It's just about your dream, your vision, put it clear. And I would always, my mother would be crying and praying with me and just telling me that God is going to make a way. No, I cannot say what the Father would do. And sometimes she would be crying that I'm sorry that I married a man who would not take care of you, who would not do this. But sometimes when I see her really crying like that, I also begin to cry and I'm like, oh God, how can I really tell her that it's all okay? Because this will not just console her. So she really taught me one thing. She said, pray very hard. God is going to change things. Just pray. So I would pray, but not only pray, look for school fees. Because I have uncles who are really like, money and say, but everyone is looking at their own children. So it's really that I started, and I really thank God to help them from at some point when I really, and the worst part of it was in senior 4 when I finished. I was going to sit my senior 4. There was now no way. I had gathered some little money because senior 4 needs examination fee and many other things. So I asked he's now late. He was a pastor. I asked him that could he give me just a portion of land? I want to make bread. So the money I had gathered would not finish, so I first used it to make some brick. And when I finished all that process and burnt it and it was ready to be sold, and just my grandmother just came and spoke, like the devil used her, I would say, to talk like to my uncle that how can your son come and sell your own land when we have not started selling? Don't you know that